Last week I preached a really great sermon. And a really long sermon. As a matter of fact, it was pointed out to me on several fronts how long it was. So please take out your watch, Gary, and tell me how long I preached this morning. I had two choices here in the gospel. I could preach about the scribes who love to walk around in long robes and really beautiful stoles, sit in places of honor, but I chose not to preach on that. I want to talk about Jesus' observation about the gift of the widow's mite, if we will. And I don't know if that's where we put in our 2 cents worth came from. But Jesus is talking about a person who was willing to, in that moment in her life, put her dependence totally on God and other people and give away all she had. Now we could use this as an opportunity to talk about stewardship because we are in the middle of stewardship season, and you will receive, if you haven't already, your pledge envelopes. Please fill them out and get them back to us as soon as possible. It makes what happens here work. My question for us would be, has there been or is there a time in your life and in my life where you put it all on the line? And obviously, veterans have put it all on the line. And the feelings that we have for our country and for the flag are powerful. Powerful. They lead us to make sacrifices and to do things we might not normally be able to do. But one reason I ask that the cross always be higher than the flags is to understand that God requires even more of our passion, of our devotion, of our sacrifice for God's sake, for one another's sake. And I think sometimes we confuse those two. Sometimes country takes precedent over the cross. And Jesus makes it clear that God takes precedent over money, over family, over country, over everything. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. You shall worship God and no other gods. I wonder how God is tapping into that passion or that energy in each of us. Or are we, as those who gave money in the temple out of their abundance, are we shoring up our own kingdoms more than we are trying to help bring in the kingdom of God? We pray the Lord's Prayer, Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And we're not talking a platonic heaven at this point. We're talking about how can we live lives of sacrifice, lives of standing for something greater than ourselves, but lives of joy and love and peace. We celebrate, we remember 100 years ago today, the signing of the armistice, the ending of the war to end all wars. No war is fought to end all wars. That's a mistake. That war was fought for land and pride and a bunch of stumbling things that led to such a horrible thing. We need to be the peace that passes understanding. We need to have the joy that passes understanding. We need to be people of peace in our culture, in our society, on Facebook, in this church. It starts with us. And that's all I got to say about that. It's all dependent on you. That's it. What time is it, Gary? 5.5 minutes, which means later on I can preach a much longer sermon. Let us stand and profess our faith.